What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jez, just doing me. And today, as you can see by the title, we will be ranking every single character in the Land of the Waves arc for Naruto. You know, we just finished the arc and we just also started the tuning exams. I wanted to do this. I was kind of contemplating doing this or not, only because this, it was a decently sized arc, but it wasn't a lot of characters. Like, just kind of put into respect that we just started the tuning exams right yesterday, and they've already introduced like 9, 10 plus new characters already, and we've only just begun. So by the time we go back and rank that arc, it's probably gonna be like a long ass video, you know what I'm saying? So for this one, it might be like maybe 15-20 minutes, depending how long I'll be yapping for. We've been doing this for One Piece as well, kind of going through every arc's characters. I think we started at Alabasta on the channel, so since Alabasta we've been kind of going in, and I want to kind of keep doing this as well for all like the future classic anime that we do cover, when it comes to like when I try out Bleach, JoJo, finishing up Yu Yu Hakusho, and much more. We have the Land of the Waves arc again. I know it's not a lot of characters, but I want to kind of keep the continuity. And yeah, let's get right into it. And here we go, yo. Of course, you can see the tier list to the left. I'm kind of going through them real quick. We have goated, very self-explanatory. We have they were great during the arc. We have their and they could have stayed their ass in the village. You know what I'm saying? And I guess how I'm like the criteria, how I'm ranking them is, of course, A, how much I like the character. Obviously, that does play a part. But also B, like how useful during the arc they were. Like maybe, for example, in future arcs, I don't know if there'll ever be an arc like that. Let's say like Naruto, of course, main character. I really do like Naruto. Maybe he has like an arc where he maybe wasn't doing too much. Again, I don't know how that would be possible. He's the main character. But let's just say, for example, right? I might love the character. He might not have done nothing to it, during the arc. So I'll put it, he could stay there as in the village. But that's how I'm kind of grading everything and jumping right into it. I think we have these two bozos that were trying to like take Inari and his mom, and or I think they were under Gato, I'm pretty sure. They were nothing. I don't even know their names. They got washed real quick. First of all, they kind of got pressed by Inari. Of course, Inari didn't beat them by himself, but he was able to hold them up, two grown men. And then Naruto, of course, came in, did his thing, soloed both of them. So that alone, yeah, they could have stayed their ass in the village. We did not need them at all. And of course, I don't like them. They're the ops, right? Next, we have some more ops. I think they're also, I'm assuming, from Gato, right? Some more underlings, if y'all remember. I'm pretty sure y'all remember. You're probably all Naruto connoisseurs. But they were walking. I think when they were first taking Graham's Tazuna, and there was like water on the ground. And I think Kakashi, it was either Kakashi or Sasuke. They were like, why is there water on the ground? It hasn't rained or anything like that. And then they came out the water on some sneak stuff. That was pretty cool. I'll give them that. They had a lot better entrance than these two bozos did. They still got packed up just the same, but just for that entrance alone, I don't think they could be put in the same tier as them. I put them in They had a cool entrance. They actually tried to box a little bit, but again, it's Kakashi. The man just destroyed them. He destroys everybody. But still pretty cool. Again, don't know their names or nothing like that. They were just some still fodder characters, right? We have Haku. Bro, Haku, where do I begin? You know what I'm saying? Of course, prominent character. I won't even call him a villain. I just call him an antagonist. Very sad backstory. I won't say one of the most saddest ones I've seen in anime, because there's a lot of crazy, like, bro, you were going through it backstories, but he was also going through it. No, hold on. Let me think, bro. Let me think. Living in a town where, if you popped up with the power, they wanted to off you. His dad spotted because he was in fear, spotted Haku gaining the power, found out that they were hiding it. Not only off the mom, Haku saw this, right? And then he was about to off Haku, and then Haku had to in fear, what's it called? Like fight or flight. Chose to, I guess kind of fight in that moment, not consciously, and just destroyed the entire house with ice, I'm pretty sure. And it became an orphan, and it was living on the streets until, of course, Zabuza found them. And then from that point on, kind of became a tool for Zabuza. And that's all she wrote, right? Very sad for sure. Of course, I do like Haku a lot. It was a very cool character, very strong, very, as young as he was leaps and bounds of like a regular Jonin, had a very special jutsu that died with him. And his ending moments, sacrificing himself for Zabuza to the very end. was facing death in the face, and or was looking death in the face, and was like accepting it, didn't care. I think he's a goated character, bro. If he's not goated, he's great. I think, like, of course, if definitely, I won't say the arc revolves around him, but of course, again, plays a very key part in it. I don't know, bro. I just know if I should put him goated already. I think he's goated, bro. I think he's goated. Like, just looking at the backstory, how far he's come, everything he has to been through. Again, I do like his character. Even just the development throughout that small arc was very, very well done. Very bittersweet ending. Yeah. For sure, putting him up and goated. Now, on the opposite side of the spectrum, we have the third Hokage. If you've been watching the reactions with me and my homie Paz, shout out to Paz. I hate this man. The third Hokage gets no respect from me. This man does not take care of Naruto. I don't give a. Maybe I haven't watched up until the point yet, but this man just I don't know what he does. I understand he's the Hokage. He's the strongest in the village. If it came down to it, he boxing and is trying to protect everybody. But as a caretaker, as a father figure, as whatever, I'm not messing with the dude, bro. He can stay his ass in the village. He already there anyways. I don't know why he's even in this thing right here. Cause I just realized they didn't even put Gato in here. And Gato he wasn't in every episode, but he was like the mastermind behind all this nonsense that was going on. He should really be here instead of this dude. He didn't even do anything. I think they showed him like maybe one time talking to like a Ruka sensei, like not even in a flashback. It was like some like off-screen type of whatever the heck. But regardless, I despise this dude. So until I'm proven differently, proven otherwise, he will stay his ass in the village always. We have Inari's mom. I don't know if she has and she probably does have a name. I don't remember it. But we have Inari's mother. Immediately into great. Definitely not goated or nothing like that, but she's a phenomenal mom. Of course, taking care of Inari. She sacrificed herself, or almost tried to. When these two bozos came to come and take Inari and her, she said, take me, leave my son. She's been, of course, been here since their father. This dude right here. Father passed away. Been raising Inari, of course, taking care of Gramps. She's very strong-willed. If y'all remember at the end when Inari pulled the town together, she was there. Like, even though all the other women were probably like hiding and stuff with all the other children and stuff, she was right there with the men at the forefront with Inari, with weapon in hand, ready to fight all the people from Gato and everything like that. So, mad fire, shout out to her. Gotta glaze a little bit. She cool, shout out to the moms, what I'm saying? No disrespect. We have Inari right here. Inari, I kind of want to put him in goated too, bro, because this man's a child, and keep in mind, he was ready to box. He was ready to fight. He rallied all his entire town. He, kind of took his father's, I'm gonna put him as far right next to him, bro. Took his father's will of again, he was dealing with a lot of pain, a lot of sorrow. He was bickering with Naruto back and forth, but then after Kakashi had that talk with him, he realized hey, Naruto kind of comes from a similar place that I do, and there's some strength in that, right? And I don't have to, there's time to grief, obviously, but it gets to a certain point where you kind of have to turn that into some strength. You have to turn that into moving forward and growing from and getting better from it. And by the end of the arc, he was a whole different kid. He was happy. He was looking towards the future. I hope we get to see him later down the line. I probably won't be no main story stuff. Might be a little filler thing here or there or whatever. If he does pop back up as an older person, I'm definitely hope that happens. But yeah, bro, he was a very cool character. And again, he with this little pen on top of his head, going crazy, ready to face these grown men. He was not scared. He ran out and protected his mom when she got kidnapped. Bro, I want to put him in goated. I think he's goated, bro. I can see the argument for putting him at the beginning of great, but for right now, I'm keeping him in goated because he did his damn thing. I forget what his dad's name is, or his stepdad's name is. But I want to say it's Kaito or something like that. So that's with a K. Regardless, I think he's right next to mom. He was the hero of the village. He was saving everybody. He died, saving for the village, in the action of it. But of course he got made an example of, and that was a crazy. Yeah. Inari needs to be, because Inari had to watch his dad pass in the most craziest way. Didn't they string him up on a cross or something like that, or burn him alive or some crazy thing? Yeah. Inari gotta be in goated. That's if you have a crazy backstory like that, and you persevere, you're automatically goated in my eyes. Yeah, father was mad cool again, and he's it's a great character. When they pass, And like they leave that long-standing impression that affects everybody, like from years, decades to come. You know what I'm saying? Like you can see that in real life, like with people like Kobe or like Chadwick Boseman's, like people like that. Were like when you pass, and like I'm not even saying like, oh, how popular they were, how like they were like such a big celebrity, but just in terms of like they touched people's hearts. Like when people think about them, they think about like, you know, confidence, perseverance, you know, just standing up for yourself, never giving up, like all these very good, great qualities. That's what he was for the village. He was a great, great hero. And yeah, he did not deserve to be done like that at all. And he has to be in great in my eyes. Next, we have Hiroka Sensei, of course, like Naruto's really like, I won't say father figure, but like, you know, male role model, bigger brother type of thing. His sensei, obviously, right? At least before Kakashi. Again, he wasn't really in the Land of the Waves art. I think they have some people from the prologue, like before, which that's why Konohamaru was here, and that's why this dude who was trying to, I think he was trying to pin stuff on Naruto, right? That's why he's here as well. But I'm gonna put him in great. Like I don't think he's goated or nothing too crazy. Like, but again, he's a great role model. Great caretaker of Naruto. That's why I put this dumbass Third Hokage in the bottom of the thing. He don't do nothing. He'd be all at Ruka Sensei. He'd be taking out for ramen, feeding him, doing all kinds of good stuff. He always on Naruto's side. He always be like kind of seeing it from Naruto's perspective. He might be a little bit too overprotective sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But it's understandable. He's taking care of him. That's his child. That's a little bro. So I have to, you know, I have to respect Ruka Sensei always until he like maybe he proves me differently. He turns into I don't know, a evil op in the future. Hopefully not. But for right now, definitely great. Konohamaru. I'll put him. I don't know. I'll put him in like in terms of like I don't despise his character. I don't really love his character either. He's like a little funny younger brother. I think it's kind of funny that so far Naruto has like two, like probably damn near three younger siblings that he's kind of creating already. Because even besides Konohamaru, I think in the most recent arc for Chunin exams at the beginning, Konohamaru now has his own little team. I think it's like a girl and another kid, and they all look up to Naruto. I think that's pretty funny. But yeah, he's you know, nothing crazy. Like, you know, hopefully his character gets some more development as we progress through the arcs and stuff like that. But, you know, it's just a little kid right now looking up to Naruto. And yeah, that's cool. Nothing wrong with that, right? We have this dude. He can stay his ass in the village. I don't remember his name. I just know he was just, you know, played on Naruto. Tried to get him in trouble. He tried to kill Iruka Sensei. But Naruto saved him, right? Naruto used his jutsu for the first time and locked in and saved him. That was a phenomenal moment, by the way. And yeah, he can stay. Again, I don't know what his name is or nothing like that. He can stay his ass in the village. I'll put him, even though I hate him so much, I would put him like that because he is a more prominent character than these other two bozos. But I still hate him. You know, it still goes to show. Next we have Gramps. I think his name is Tazuna. And again, another he was cool. Like, it's not, he didn't give no like crazy speech or like some crazy wisdom. He lied, got these kids on the wrong mission. It was probably like an A tier mission. They thought it was a C, I'm pretty sure, right? Could have got them killed. Of course, they locked in, did they think what they were supposed to be doing, but they shouldn't have been in that situation in the first place, right? I get that he was poor and he just, you know, he needed something. I understand for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Of course, he's the Gramps of Inari. I think probably the father of Inari's mom, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, he built the bridge. He is very much needed and everything like that, but I mean, nothing too much more to say. I will put him above Konohamaru though, because he was really inside this arc that I'm doing this for instead of Konohamaru. But yeah, that's pretty much it with him. Here we go with Zabuza. I will call him a villain. I mean, honestly, bro, like, yes, he does. I mean, he is a victim of his, you know, his surroundings as well. He grew up in a place where like they had to fight to the death, right, to survive. He was a demon from a child, killed like every other, like test taker with him. He tried to, what's the word? I guess like overtake, you know, like his previous government. It didn't work. He had to flee, found Haku. Said I was going to use you as a tool to, you know, to get to what I want to do in life, to overthrow. Of course, unfortunately, did not make it to that point. Well, I won't even say unfortunately, because the man, again, he's a crazy ass dude. Of course, he had a change of heart at the end. He kind of broke down, started crying, felt the love for Haku finally in his lasting moments. And of course, they did die next to each other. But up until that point, I was not rocking with him. It was crazy. Again, I understand the whole victim of his surroundings type of thing. But at the same time, bro, like this man was just like every single chance, like, nah, bro, he's just a tool. He's just a tool. Just a tool. Just a tool. Thank you. Like even when he sacrificed himself, bro, thank you. You're so useful to me. Like, bro, hell nah. But again, you still need those kind of characters in these anime. Obviously, not everyone can be like a villain or an antagonist that can be understood. Or not everyone can just be like just a non-violent, antagonist. You need people like this in your stories. So for sure, Toppa great. I won't put him goated though. Absolutely not. But he was very, very cool, very powerful as well. Loved all of his like his skills and his movesets, like with being able to clone himself. His big ass Buster sword was really fire. Yeah, he was cool. Being able to do the whole mist thing and hide in the mist. All very, very cool. But I don't think he's goated. But yeah, that's Zabuza. Next we have Kakashi, of course, Sensei of Team 7. He was kind of clutching up the entire series, or I mean, I guess the entire arc. Of course, he's supposed to. He is the Sensei. He probably is the strongest person in this arc. And for sure has to be goated from the get-go. He beat these two easily. Of course, beat Zabuza initially. When he got trapped inside that water bubble thing, I was kind of pissed at him because like, how the heck did you do that? Like because you're supposed to be our sensei. I understand that for the plot and stuff like that, for writing, to let the youngins kind of do their thing. But even still, bro, it's like, bro, how'd you get caught by that? But then he did make up for it because after he got out that stuff, he destroyed Zabuza after that point. And even at the end on the bridge, he was kind of like, making some missteps again, letting Zabuza almost get to Sasuke, not Sasuke, but letting Zabuza get to Sakura and Tazuna. But then he pulled out that little like that dog bloodhound move, and they just chased him through the mist because I think he let like some of like his blood go or something like that so they could trace it, and they just came out the ground, grabbed Zabuza, trapped him, and that was the killing move. And he pulled out his little lightning blade shit was mad crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. So he did clutch up when we most needed him to. He's still for sure goated. It's Kakashi we're talking about here, but he could have stepped up a little bit. But again, they had to make some parts and some time for the kids to lock in and get their time to shine as well. He couldn't just be saving them the entire time, so it's very much understandable. Next we have Sakura, and I will say this first, but I'm not one of those people just hate Sakura just to hate Sakura. In this arc, she didn't do a damn thing at all, bro. Like dead ass, she did not do a damn thing. I can't even put her in eh. She sat, I mean, yes, she was protecting Tazuna with her little blade, her little kunai, but what was I really gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like of course she was following protocol. She's, of course, we know as a character right now, very by the book. She's the smartest in the team. She was able to conquer like walking up the tree with using only her chakra. Like first try damn near. She didn't even break a sweat. We understand that. But in terms of fighting, applying that to like the actual field test, no, bro. I don't think she got it hidden. I don't think she did anything. All she did was just fawn over Sasuke, cry over Sasuke, protect Tazuna, and that was really it. Again, I'm not hating on her character because oh man, I just hate Sakura so much. It's like she literally didn't do nothing this entire. She could have stayed her ass in the village, genuinely, and nothing would have happened. So yes, there goes Sakura. And if I'm wrong, let me know with some stuff that she did during this arc. But I'm trying to think from the prologue, even in the Land of Waves, she did not do anything. Like nothing that was of note. Like no monologue, no anything. She was just there, existing, taking up space. Again, but I'm not trying to hate. I'm just being dead, like just being serious, bro. Being honest. That's all that happened during this arc. And then next we have Sasuke. He had a phenomenal arc, bro. He was, as we know him, very cool, calm, collected. He awakened his Sharingan, which was mad crazy. He was able to hang with Haku a little bit, but of course it did tire him out. He protected Naruto as well. And when Naruto, like a dumbass, barged into like the little thing that little like the mirrors and stuff, he protected Naruto to the best of his ability. We thought he died, but thankfully he didn't. And yeah, again, he did the whole tree thing as well, training. He was first to act as well, I'm pretty sure, when they got attacked by these two initially. Of course, that's when Naruto kind of made then he cut himself because he's like, man, I'm never doing that again. I'm never going to be hesitating again. But Sasuke during that time, again, very cool, calm, collected, locked in. Of course, him and Naruto teamed up to break Kakashi free as well with that cool little Sharingan move of Naruto like doing like a little triple hiding within the Sharingan. That was a phenomenal moment as well. Yeah, Sasuke, like I'm saying, immediately goated. Like I don't know where else to put him, right? Immediately goated, held his own against Haku. didn't die. Sharingan awakening. Yeah, did his thing. Did his thing. Did his thing. Next, we have the man of the hour. We have the boy Naruto, and you know, immediately goated. I don't gotta waste too much time. Do I need to list the accolades? Yes, at the beginning he was hesitating, but ever since that moment, bro, he locked in. He locked in. Again, he did a triple little Sharingan hiding thing with Sasuke to break out Kakashi. He wasn't scared then. He lived, you know, he lived, he stood, you know, stood 10 toes. He lived up to his, you know, his promise to himself. He got Inari back into like a good working mood. Yes, like maybe not intentionally, but you know, he kind of talked some sense into saying, hey, I'm kind of coming from the same place you are. I've been through the same things you have been through. Yeah, our pain is not the exact same, obviously, but I can see what you're going through. He saved Inari as well, saved Inari's mom, got to the bridge in time, you know, helped Sasuke. Yes, he did have to be protected by Sasuke, but if it wasn't for them working together in that moment, it could have turned out very, very bad. Of course, we thought Sasuke died. That awakened his I don't think they've even like talked about it since that point, but it's awakened his like his inner the monster inside of him, his inner beast inside of him, the demon. It awakened, and that was crazier than Sharingan. Like Sharingan, like Sasuke was kind of hanging with them, but Naruto overpowered Haku at that point. It wasn't even close anymore. It wasn't even close. Like he broke all the mirrors, was about to kill this dude, but I think as soon as he saw that it was Haku, he stopped himself, which was also very cool as well, because I thought in that moment that he was going to kind of be taken over and that was going to be it, but he was able to kind of still bring himself by himself as well back to like, you know, his normal self, back to a good state of mind. And yeah, did his thing. I don't know what else to, you know, he did the tree thing as well with the training and Inari. Great. And then he had his little awakening as well, kind of like similar to Sasuke. I'll put Sasuke because he, you know, because Naruto finished the fight. You know what I'm saying? I got to glaze on Naruto a little bit. He finished the fight. Haku, I think second is cool. Sasuke, then Kakashi, and Inari. I think this is a good little goated list right here. Then for Gray, we have Zabuza, Inari's mother, his father, and we have Iruka Sensei, then Tasuna, Konohamaru, and these two bozos. But again, they had a cool little entrance. They did their thing. We have the third. I'm not even speaking about him. But then we have Sakura. I'll put Sakura above her in my eyes a little bit. So I put her at bro, but she didn't do nothing, man. Y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know. I will say this though. I'll put them down because I think I'm glazing too crazy. I'll put them like this. Yeah. But y'all let me know, bro. Stay your ass. Stay her ass in the village, or is she bottom of eh? Y'all let me know. We have Sakura, third Hokage, these bozos, this bozo, and these other two bozos. But I think that's a cool little calm little list. Again, it shouldn't be too long, this video. I know the usual other ones for One Piece be like upwards of like 45 minutes because there'd be so many damn characters to go through, but you know, for this first one, it's gonna be too crazy. Let me know how you think about my tier list down below. I gotta switch some things, but I think this is a pretty agreeable list. Maybe you want to put Zabuza and Goated. Maybe you want to put maybe someone like down. I don't know, y'all. Again, y'all let me know. But yeah, appreciate y'all. Thank you for all the support as always, all the likes, all the subs, all the comments. We just hit 1,700 subscribers. So again, thank you so much. We're almost to 2,000. Of course, that is the goal we're working towards right now. Yeah, love you guys as always. Stay tuned for some more Naruto, for some more One Piece, finishing up Orb, some more music reactions as well, a whole bunch of plethora of different stuff. And then this is all, again, like I said at the beginning of this reaction, not the reaction, but the beginning of this video, like later down the line when we do start not finishing One Piece, it's still ongoing. But once we do finish Naruto and Shippuden and stuff like that, we will go into some Bleach and some Yu Yu Hakusho, maybe trying to redo JoJo's again and other classic anime just like that. So also feel free to put your recommendations down below as well. I think I did not just list right now. If you're like, I want you to see you kind of go down that lane of that very classic anime, put it down below in the comments as well. Yeah, it's enough yapping. Love you guys as always, and I'll be seeing y'all in the next video. Peace, y'all.